What is up, Mythguardians? Wholesome back here with another deck for you guys. This deck has been one of my all-time favorites since I was playing in Q mode when we were testing the expansion, and I've been refining it ever since then and continuing to do so through the expansion, and I think it is ready to show you guys. What the deck is it's a red-purple aggro mid-range deck, leaning more towards aggro. Basically has a really awesome forge package with some strong finishers. Our forge package includes Ruby Raider, which is a great rush card to have, and really good against clearing things like 7-ring ritual if you can open up space for it. And then it's going to have Gorgon Ellie, which has the demise 3 damage to your opponent. And it also has Risen from the Deep, which also has the 3 damage to your opponent on demise, and Cold-Blooded Killer, which is such a cool card, especially with Infuse. We're going to be able to get that Death Mark, which gives an opponent minion lose 4 life. And the finisher in this is going to be Grand Finale, as well as Terror of Kur to sack our Ellies and our Risens. Other than that, we have some red and purple staples like Pup. We're going to be running Flare for some removal, and when this thing is forged, you can take out a Necro, all kinds of cool stuff. This thing is insane against Jaza, so no demise effect triggers when banish happens. We're going to be playing Panic Raiders for draw. It has some other really cool synergies in the deck, like Koi. So Koi is going to be giving everything a plus, not everything, giving the top minion in our deck +2/+2 permanently. And combo with Journey of Souls, we're going to be getting those minions back from our Boneyard, which is awesome. Another really cool synergy within the deck is Gamma Senin, and this is one of the best purple mythics to come with the expansion other than Coxinga. But this is so cool with Journey of Souls, because every time this card dies, we're going to be getting a soul. Other than that, we're going to be running Aggravated Injury for additional removal, which is also really awesome mythic from the expansion. And then we're going to be running Racers and Mind Freak. So Mind Freak is an incredible card that not enough people play, especially in aggro decks. I think I'm one of the only people playing this card in aggro decks. But what's really good about it is that we're basically going to be able to know what our opponent has in hand. It's going to give us all that information so we know not to play into certain things. But on top of that, we're going to be able to target things that we're not going to be able to deal with, or that just slow down our game plan a little too much. And you're going to see that in the following game. Other than that, we're running just good rush minions and then one Guise of Phobos to sneak in damage with our big boys. Let's hop into a game. Alright, so hopefully we get a good starting hand, and it looks like we did. And our opponent is on orange, blue, rainbow. We're not going to have too hard of a time against this deck. We have some life gain and they don't, and also the Journey of Souls buff that just happened is a nice buff to the deck. Ghoul is a pretty good card against us, so if we can't fill our yard quick enough, they're just going to be able to, deal with whatever we put in there, and we won't be able to get anything back from Journey of Souls. I use the Mind Freak here on Scion. I'm going to pause it real quick. So the reason I used Mind Freak, you usually want to do it turn 1 if you don't have a turn 1, or turn 2, but you really want to find something that you think they might have in hand and you won't be able to deal with. So that card for me within orange was Jaza. Jaza is just a really annoying card for us to deal with. It's going to take too many resources to try and clear that thing, especially since we're Vampire Historian got nerfed and we don't have that suppress to stop it from triggering the demise effect. But luckily they did have Scion of Pride in hand, and that is really good. We don't want our big dudes being transformed and denied, especially when they have awesome demise effects that get us closer to killing the opponent. And look at that, we just drew into Gamma Sentin. So it's a good thing we hit Scion of Pride there. Go ahead and get some draw going. They're not really, filling the board up, playing much on the board. So figured it was a great time to Panic Raider and just kind of get card advantage here. Alright, this next turn we do have 2 Trapezes in hand and we want to get more draw. So let's go ahead and play both of those out. Trade with we're not going to trade with the token, which is nice. We're going to be able to keep 1 Trapezes on the board, and we're already on 4 souls and going to be getting our Panic Raider Trapezes back if he doesn't eat both of those. Looks like he can't do it because he needs to pay for this 5 mana Marty Core, and that's fine. We have a Trapezes on the board and we have another one in hand, so we can just remove this right away and play that Panic Raider that we got back from our path. Looks like we're in a pretty good spot here. We have card advantage. They have a 7 mana card stuck in hand. Unfortunately, they drew another Marty Core, deny us another draw, but that's fine. We're playing Risen from the Deep next turn. I'm not going to play the Gamma Sentin just yet. I kind of want him to play the Sign of Pride so he can't basically play it across from one of our big dudes and transform it and get that free removal as well. So yeah, they end up having to play it middle lane across from nothing, and it is perfect. They couldn't attack in here and play it across from that because it was immortal, so they would just be losing that. And we go ahead and play Gamma Sentin and then chump with our Strigoi Pup. Unfortunately, they drew Thunderclap, which was pretty good, but we got that 3 damage, and so we're pretty happy. We're getting pretty low though, but we do have a recurring Gamma Sentin, and we're just getting cards back from our path every turn. We're gonna go ahead and just kill this off with Trapezes Flare. They don't have rush. The only rush they could have is Sidecar, which they would need another card with, and they're already gassed out, so I'm not too scared. I'd rather just control the board, make room. And we drew a buffed up Wings, 6/3 Wings, so we're gonna just play it slow here. Play our Gamma Sentin for a blocker, and then hold Wings for lethal next turn. And they just top deck God's Blood, so that's game. Our game plan worked really well. We didn't even need any of our finishers. We just got insane value out of Journey of Souls and Panic Raiders with our Koi for the finish. I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck. It's one of my all-time favorites, and I'd love to hear what you guys think of it and how it works out for y'all on ladder. Thanks for watching.